Cubs as soon as all the fans do.
No, they don't.
Yeah,
No,
the Cubs Nation has tuned out. Yet every day when I get home from work, I go get in the shower and I turn my radio on, my shower radio, and I just want to hear some sports talk, and I have to listen to stupid Cubs games.
Well, not even that. It's the stupid intro music.
Oh, God,
it
every
preludes
day.
the Cubs games.
It haunts my sleep at night. It is the worst. It is the absolute worst. I can't handle it. And it's like Cubs Nation isn't even listening. I mean, obviously they're obligated. They have some sort of contract.
They are.
But nobody even cares now. It's just annoying.
But they do preempt the Cubs games for Sacred Heart Griffin football, which I find kind of weird. But
I don't. It's weird. Like, if I ever do get hired, and I'm already somewhat kind of working there in some capacity. But if I ever do get hired on, what an odd mix. I'm a Glenwood kid that's a Cardinals fan.
Yeah, that wouldn't work.
You know what I mean? I'm totally anti everything 1450, but except for fantasy football. All right. Hey, how about we get into some football predictions? All right, let's start with the NFC East because that is at the top of my list, and that's a fun one to pick. All right, I mean, NFC East, that's Giants, Dallas, Washington, Philadelphia. Well,
we can start with who's not going to be in the running in there.
Okay.
And that's going to be Washington.
Washington. Okay.
That's a three-team division as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I think if you put Washington somewhere else, they have some more success. Actually, that is just such a tough division. I don't think Washington's that bad of a team. Just, God, that's 6 just really, really hard games to win every year.
That's the key. It's 6 games. 2 against Dallas, 2 against New York, 2 against Philadelphia.
Ugh. That's murder.
Yeah.
That's murder row. Washington, this is Jason Campbell's second year in the same system. Finally, for the first time in his career, he gets to be in the same system twice. Clinton Portis is wearing down. That's no joke. Santana Moss is...
He's getting old, too.
And I guess maybe he's hit his ceiling. Everybody's been waiting for him to kind of... step up to that next level, but maybe we just need to accept that's what Santana Moss will be. Chris Cooley's still an elite tight end. I really like I like aspects of their offense. I like Liddell Betts.
Yeah.
Spelling Clinton Portis, but you're right. Washington, I think, is the first one we rule out. But then when it comes down to Dallas, Philadelphia, the Giants, Dallas obviously loses T.O. A lot of people are saying maybe addition by subtraction. Maybe this team will be better without T.O.
Right, but see, Tony Romo, even with T.O., has never really showed me anything. He hasn't showed me that he can win that division.
Yeah?
Yeah.
He falls
I'm
apart.
sorry, I'm not on the Romo bandwagon just yet.
Really?
No, I don't think so.
I like Tony.
Sorry, Cowboys fans.
It's all right. They understand. I like Tony. All right. And I like Roy Williams stepping in as the number 1 receiver. He's not as good as T.O. That's the truth. And Elwood wanted me to mention, and I forgot to do that, buddy. My bad. Elwood does a good job of putting together YouTube videos of just about everything that I do, really. So he's made YouTubes of the Fantasy Football 101, shows that have happened so far because we're still going through some issues trying to record those shows. But Elwood has made recordings on YouTube, so go to YouTube and you can actually hear Fantasy Football 101 shows if you haven't heard.
For those of us who aren't up at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. E. Zeidler says he has never given up on the Cubs because he's hardcore. Yeah, you got to be.
There's nothing wrong with that. You got to be.
But you know that they're done now, though, right? You know that they're done. They're not.
9 games is tough with a month to go.
Yeah, they're done. It's time to give up. Sorry, Easy.
We can put you in there.
I'm the star. The star of the show. My name's on the page. All right, so you're ruling Dallas out, right?
Technically ruled them out, but that's not going to be my pick.
That's not going to be your
pick.
I'm going Philly. I like Philly. I like McNabb. I've always liked McNabb. And now I like Deshaun Jackson. Now they bring in Jeremy Maclin. Andy Reid always sets up an incredibly aggressive and fast-moving defense. It seems like they cause a lot of turnovers. They get in there and I like Philadelphia. The Giants without Plaxico Burress, they're just going to be kind of one-dimensional, I think. They're still going to have a tough defense. They're going to be able to pound the ball on the ground, but I don't think they're going to be as well-rounded as Philadelphia, and I don't think it has anything to do with Mike Vick.
Oh, no. And to go with what you were saying about the Giants is if there's one other person that hurts as much as Plaxico Burress is hurting right now, it's Eli Manning.
Oh, yeah.
Because he has absolutely nobody to throw the ball to.
No. Dominic Hickson? I mean, what?
No.
Really?
Kevin Boss, maybe?
Kevin Boss, really. And that's, my buddy Mark and I were talking about this today because he was saying he doesn't like Brandon Jacobs that much this year. He really thinks Ahmad Bradshaw is going to cut into his production a lot. And I said, Mark, that's fine. Ahmad Bradshaw can get as many touches as he wants because New York's not going to throw the ball. Think Carolina last year.
Right.
It's going to be a lot like that. They have the offensive line to do it. They have the running backs to do it. They're going to be a power running team. They're not going to throw the ball this year. Eli Manning, not going to have a big statistical year, even though New York will probably win quite a few games.
Yeah. Exactly.
But I still like Philly.
I'm going to go Philly too, and that's it's pretty much the same team offensively as last year.
Yep.
A pretty good offensive line, pretty good defensive line.
Westbrook's a year older.
Right, but I really love McCoy coming in there.
Sean McCoy.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
He's the real deal. And if anybody saw him at Pitt last year, I mean he was lights out. But they were one game away from the Super Bowl last year. Let's not forget.
A lot of people do. I think a lot of people probably do forget that.
And that's one of the best run organizations the last few years.
Always. Every year they are competitive, and they are right there near the top of an incredibly hard-to-win division. So, I mean, you can't rule them out.
Well, I'm with you right there, Philly.
Philly. All right, so we both have Philly in the NFC East. Moving on. NFC North.